reality is boring. You and your fantasies belong on Avatar. If you want what you imagine, today's the day to have a talk. To Avatar on Avatar.
Hey everyone, welcome to Ever Talk. Today we have a guest whose talents cross worlds, both digital and creative. Joining us is the brilliant DrKrillo, a coder, musician, and self-proclaimed nerd who has become one of the most experienced and respected creators inside Decentraland. From writing code that brings virtual spaces to life to weaving music into his metaverse creations, DrKrillo blends logic and artistry in a way that very few builders can. His work, his curiosity, and his deep understanding of decentralized environments have earned him a solid reputation across the Web3 community. And right now, he's participating in Dev Connect in Buenos Aires, one of the biggest global gatherings for developers, innovators, and Web3 thinkers. So, without any further delay, let's welcome DrKrillo on board. Hi, DrKrillo, how are you?
Hi, Deva. Thank you very much for having me. That was an amazing introduction. Thank you very much for having me. I think.
Well, you deserve even
that's
more
enough
than
for
that.
me. That's perfect.
Thank you so much
That's
for your
perfect.
precious time. You spared your time for us, and I am very, very honored that I'm going to interview such a talented personality today.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you very much. The pleasure is mine.
Uh, all right. So you wear many hats: coder, musician, nerd, and a decentralized expert. Which of these identities showed up first in your life, and how did the others follow?
Well, that's a great question. I would say that from a very early age, I was already quite nerdy. I was very into dinosaurs when I was a child, and I remember knowing all the names by memory. So I always loved studying things that are not so common for everyone. So I would say that I was first a nerd. Then I become a musician when I was around 11. I started playing the piano, then the guitar, and now I'm a bassist. I played in bands, and music took me uh,
Oh,
into a
lovely.
path of programming mostly. So it was because of this audio engineering background I have that I got into coding, and I worked a lot as a developer in the normal kind of development roles. And lastly, I was already super interested in developer relations positions because you can blend the technical and the social aspect both in the same role. Uh, so I was already around in the Central for some time, and I got the chance to have this role here to be
Oh,
helping
okay.
developers out. So I would say that in my explanation and X, there is not a clear order in how things went. But yeah, that's a little bit of my background.
Oh, amazing. So, how did your journey into Decentraland begin? Was there a specific moment that made you say, yep, this is where I belong?
Yes, I knew the Central for a very long time before being part of the ecosystem. Many of us got into virtual worlds when COVID-19 came and the pandemic.
All
Um,
right.
but I wasn't so into the Central itself. I was more into crypto in general, and I started building in the Central last year because of a friend that told me about the new Creator Hub that was launched and the SDK that was working amazingly. So I started coding there, and the rest is history.
Okay, perfect. As both a creator and a musician, how do you blend your artistic side with your technical coding brain when building in the metaverse?
Well, this is a great question because before building in the metaverse, I think that being a developer and a musician didn't match up. I mean, I was a musician at some moment in the day. I become a coder, let's say, for my daily duties. And the metaverse in general, virtual worlds, building in virtual worlds, it's a great way of mixing both the technical and artistic side. I am not a great 3D modeler, I am learning, but it's great
Okay.
how you can apply your knowledge in programming to build amazing scenes, and also that, let's say, streaming your own music and stuff, so you can build things that blend very well. I think that's the best. It's super easy, and also in the community there are a lot of people with both sides, more like, let's say, they are good at some of them, and it's great to be able to be part of a community where you are learning all the time from them.
All right, great. So, as we both agree, Decentraland has evolved a lot. From your perspective, what's one change that made the biggest impact on creators and users?
I would say, without any doubt, the new Creator Hub has taken the barrier so low for people to onboard. It's not easy to start writing code, so having this amazing software that you use to create your scenes, and you can use the UI for a lot of functionalities. You don't need to be coder in order to create amazing experiences. So I would say that the Creator Hub in first place, and in the second one, I would say voice chat is an amazing feature that it's also allow us to break the barrier that the internet generates of being so far away, so we can talk in world and chill, and I think that's great.
All right. So, can you please tell me what's the most unexpected challenge you faced while building in Decentraland? Something no tutorial or documentation would have prepared you for?
I would say that being able to stream and to share my knowledge on a worldwide audience, let's say around all the globe. I wasn't streaming before. I got into streaming because of the Decentraland, and learning how to talk to people from all around the world, trying to get them engaged and trying not to get bored at your events. It's super hard for me. I would say that maybe from the technical aspect, I didn't suffer that much. I would say that probably other people would have a completely different answer, but I would say that streaming and being able to connect everything and stream to multiple platforms at the same time when you are trying to build a great experience was the biggest challenge for me.
Whoa, great, great. So I just don't want to, but I have to take a very, very short break, and we will be right back. And we're going to continue this amazing series of questions with you. So just stay tuned, and we'll be right back.
At Meta Rivers, we're not just building a virtual world, we're celebrating the real, the authentic, the talented souls who show up with passion, creativity, and honesty. People like you. Artists, storytellers, dreamers, explorers, connecting beyond the screen and bringing life to the metaverse. If that's you, join us on Avatalk, our podcast where we share stories from the people behind the avatars. Whether you're creating, performing, or simply vibing in the virtual world, your voice matters. Want to be featured? Find us on Discord, social media, or visit our website. Links are in the description. Meta Rivers, real connections, virtual space, infinite possibilities.
Reality is boring. You and your fantasies belong on Avatar. If you want what you imagine, today's the day to have a talk. To Avatar on Avatar.
Hi, ladies and gentlemen, we're back after a very short break. So, we have DrKrillo with us. DrKrillo, tell us about one of the projects you're most proud of inside Decentraland. What made it special or different?
Well, one of the first things I tried to accomplish being a developer relations in the foundation was creating this weekly event called the Office Hours. I host it every Thursday at 21 UTC. And it's basically a space to talk about the Creator Hub, to talk about how to implement scenes. And I was quite new in my role, and this was one of the first things I tackled. And I am really happy with the outcome with it. I think that a lot of people learned a lot from them, and I will continue trying to build better and better experiences for all the users to enjoy.
All right. So, Dr. Carlo, you must be agree. Every coder has a bug from hell story. What's the worst bug you have battled in Decentraland or Web3 development?
Well, I was trying to implement a wearable dispenser. There was not much of a documentation out there regarding how to implement it. There was some open source code that was provided by the foundation, by the team, but it didn't have a clear explanation on how to implement it. So I had to go through all of that in a quite short period of time. So it was great. And then with that knowledge, I could help other creators implement them in their scenes too.
All right. So, as a musician, do you think the metaverse creates new opportunities for artists? How do you see music evolving inside places like Decentraland?
Well, having Music Fest around the corner from the 3rd to the 9th of November, I think that this collaboration between different type of creators in the Centraland is one of the biggest opportunities for artists because we have a lot of open calls from the foundation to be performers in these events and at the same time to be paired with other amazing creators that maybe they are more lean towards the technical side. So having this ability, a so open community where you can always be asking questions to others and finding ways of collaborating is the best. And also the open calls from within the Centraland itself for the big events, I think are amazing opportunities for all artists to share their art. And also a lot of event creators from the community themselves look for artists for doing performances during their events. So I think that's super amazing opportunities that we have nowadays, and they are going only to grow with time. So yes, you should be all stay super tuned into this. And of course, you can always reach out to me if you have any question.
Really? So, what do you think newcomers misunderstand most about Decentraland or Web3 building?
Well, I think that there is a misconception in Web3 and in anonymous ecosystems in general, where we don't see each other's faces and we don't know who we are, where we are. There is a misconception that there is a lot of bad people out there. And even though bad people are around everywhere, let's say, and that's not something in particular from the metaverse, at least in the Central, I have seen communities so united that when somebody shows up in an event and they are having like a rude attitude or they are like maybe being bawdy, let's say, it's the same community that realizes about it and make sure that doesn't happen again. So yes, I think that a super misunderstanding that newcomers might have is that there are a lot of bad people around. And the truth is that even though bad people will show up everywhere, the Central many times has like the feeling of being a real place where real people are there, and the community is always making sure that nobody's weird, the same as in real life. That's I think that's the misunderstanding, and at the same time the solution, right?
Oh, that's amazing. That's beyond amazing. So, if you could design one futuristic feature for Decentraland, no limits, no budget, what would it be and why?
Well, I guess I am not the only one having this thought. And it's already around the corner, let's say. There are already plans of implementing it. So maybe it's not as futuristic, but I would say that virtual reality is one step forward into, let's say, breaking the barriers between your real life and the Central so that you can have more immersive experiences.
Oh, great. Wonderful. So do you have any message for your audience, or do you want them to follow you or your account or anything?
Yes, of course. I am DrKrillo _ on X. You can follow me over there. But I would suggest also joining all the Decentraland official channels because there are a lot of creators there that can help out finding solutions to your problems. I am not the only one there helping out. And I think that being in world itself, it's great too, because you can get to know people that maybe they're not so around, let's say, social media, and you can get to know them very good in the world and making experiences together and running around and discovering places. So that's my take. You already know that I am here to help out the community, and I am here to help out with any
Yeah, and you did that quite well. And I am very, very glad. I'm very, very thankful for you to spare that precious time for us. And yeah, equally honored, overwhelmed. Thank you so much, Dr. Krillo, for joining us. And soon we're going to release this episode and we're going to let you know about that. And meanwhile, I want to tell my audience that if they want to share about their views, about their suggestions, they can comment us on the comment section and just hit the like, subscribe button and share this video as much as they can. Thank you so much, Dr. Krillo. Have a very, very blessed day ahead.
Thank you very much, Meta Rivers, for having me. It was an amazing time. And
Thank you.
see you
Thank you.
in Europe.